Assalamualaikum. We are from Group B. We will present about Variocam Porsche system. So the group member is Satish anak lelaki Ganesh, Muhammad Faris bin Zulkifli, Syafa Afika binti Azhari, and Rozatul Husna binti Raslam. So we will start with introduction first.
Hello, my name is Satish Analaki Ganesh from BMMA 2/1. Today I'll be presenting the introduction of Variocam. Variocam is an automobile variable valve timing technology developed by Porsche. Variocam varies the timing of the intake valve by adjusting the tension on the timing chain connecting in the intake and exhaust camshaft. Variocam technology allowed adjustment of the camshaft angle and it's set to provide optimum performance. For example, in the Boxsters, the camshaft angle can be adjusted as much as 40 degrees compared to crankshaft, reducing charge cycle loss, improving power, fuel consumption, keeping exhaust emission to a minimum. With Variocam intake, camshaft timing is fully variable through a wing cell adjuster fit directly on the camshaft drive sprocket. All pressure is used to turn the position of the inner wing adjuster wheel versus the outer sprocket. Because the intake of the exhaust camshaft are driven directly via a roller chain, this system makes the conventional three-stage chain drive redundant between the crankshaft and the camshaft. Now I'll be presenting the history of Variocam. Variocam was first used on the 1992 3.0 L engine in the Porsche 968. Porsche's more recent Variocam combines variable valve timing with two-stage lift on the intake side. The two-stage valve lift function is performed by electro-hydraulic operated switchable taps. Porsche's patented Variocam responds quickly to any sudden need for power or conversely to a more reserved style of driving such as in city traffic. This is possible because of the way it makes pressures adjustment to valve opening and closing times. Now I'll pass it to my next teammate.
Hi, my name is Rozatul Husna binti Raslam with mention number B0919100082. So now we're focusing on theory of operation, how Variocam can improve engine operation. So supposing to increase performance at lower speeds without impairing breathing at high RPM, Porsche invent Variocam, a specialized device that alters the inlet thread line. With the introduction of the 996, Porsche totally redesigned the engine in the 911. In fact, the old air-cooled engine was costly to manufacture, had little further development potential, and would most importantly limit the 911's future attractiveness because it required a larger constituency to survive. Moving to the water cooling, Porsche kept the distinctive flat seat architecture, but the redesigned feature double camshaft right cylinder band, enabling the company to use its proprietary variable valve timing system as Variocam. Here, a chain is run between the camshaft to power the intake camshaft while the exhaust camshaft is powered by the crankshaft. A tensioner shift to move the chain sled from one side to the other, shortening or lengthening the driver, and moving the intake camshaft forward or backward.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Faris. So I will explain about Variocam system. The Variocams use tensioner to change cam timing angle. So this is the solenoid. The electric connection will come to the solenoid, and this is the actuator to pump the oil engine. And the between the pads, there is a spring, and this is the timing change. So when the engine is rise about 1500 rpm to the 5500 rpm, the Variocam will open. Then there will be an electrical charge coming to the solenoid and push the actuator to pressurize the spring from the engine oil. The chain will either loosen up or tightening.
Hi, my name is Syafa Afika binti Azhari. So I will explain about advantage and disadvantage of Variocam. So first of advantage is the camshaft angle may be adjusted using Variocam technology, which is configured to deliver the best performance. So for example, in the Boxster, the camshaft angle can be adjusted by 40 degrees compared to the crankshaft, and reducing charge cycle losses, improving power, fuel consumption, and keeping exhaust emission to a minimum. So for the second advantage, intake camshaft timing is fully variable through a wind cell adjuster fit directly on the camshaft drive sprocket. So The third advantage, Variocam responds quickly to any sudden need for power, conversely to a more reserved style of driving such as in city traffic. This is possible because of the way it makes precise adjustment to valve opening and closing times. When running under partial load, the intake camshaft is set to an earlier opening point. So for the last advantage of Variocam is Variocam change the valve timing to increase power and reduce emission. So we go for the advantage is contaminate oil or wrong viscosity. The Variocam system can become sluggish. For the second disadvantage is oil pressure can move the camshaft to the target position in a specific time. The camshaft position sensor will sense it and send a code. A code will be set if the actuator and camshaft do not return to the correct position. Because this has happened because they are hydraulically jammed due to oil pressure leaking past a seal. So the helical gear on the actuator and camshaft can wear, and can cause noise and rattle at idle and start up. So for the last disadvantage is oil ring seal on the piston wear out and allow oil pressure to move between two chambers because this causes the actuator to be stuck or hydraulically jammed in either the full advance or retard position. Okay, when this happens, the gear can fight the pressure exerted on the camshaft by the valve spring, and because of this, uh, when okay, can cause a rattling noise and startup and idle. Rattling noise at startup and idle. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you. Okay, for opinion and improvement on Variocam, our opinion is Variocam system is a bit troublesome. So the improvement suggested is to make maintenance schedule. We have two tables, which is for unknown car and known car. Unknown car is a missing or unreliable car information about previous record. So the unknown car need to do maintenance if the miles greater than 60,000, and the action is need to immediately inspect the Variocam following the procedure above. So for the known car, maintenance need to do when miles reach 12,000 until 144,000. So the action is need to re-inspect the Variocam, reuse valve cover gasket if in good condition. Second is replace both nylon pad and the camshaft change. Replace valve cover gasket and grommet. And last is replace whole Variocam actuation assembly unless correct functioning of all part pipe.